Let me just add, though, another aspect of this thing. The question of war and peace regarding Syria comes down to this guy, Erdogan. It's written Erdogan, but in Turkish, Erdogan, or something like that. He's the prime minister of Turkey. Now, he heads an Islamic fundamentalist party, I guess, an Islamist party, call it that. It's not quite fundamentalist. But it represents a departure from the Ataturk tradition, which has been, I think, quite successful in Turkey, although there were abuses. But now the question is, how crazy is Erdogan, right? Is he crazy enough to start a war with Syria? Because if he does, that will be the end of modern Turkey. I was in Beirut, Lebanon last November, part of this trip to Syria. I met General Michel Aoun. General Michel Aoun is like the de Gaulle of Lebanon in many ways. He's the leader of the Maronite Christians, and he's in an alliance with Hezbollah, which the U.S. obviously doesn't like. And he said, you have to understand, Turkey is the most fragile country in the world. Half of them are Islamists, half of them are strong secularists. They don't want to have any... So what you see right now is the Turks they became a base for Al-Qaeda. There's no other way to put it. It's funny, Rick Perry said this. Remember Rick Perry in those debates? He said Turkey is now a base for terrorists. My God, he was right. He must have gotten a good briefing. Iskenderun, don't go to any hotels in Iskenderun, Turkey, because you're going to find Al-Qaeda in the next room. So forget the tourist industry in Turkey. But the question then is he going to take the plunge? Because if he does, here's what's going to happen. The question then is he going to take the plunge? Because if he does, here's what's going to happen. Iraq, Iran, Syria, and Turkey would all be carved if you get an independent Kurdish state. So I would urge Erdogan to pull back. In other words, this is crazy.